please go ahead and tell us more about your expertise and what do you want to sell on Upwork?
Yeah. So I've been saying in previous meetings that I'm not sure like what are the services that I want to provide yet in Upwork, but my
Mm-hmm.
knowledge is like web applications development, cloud based, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working a lot like in DevOps environment, CI/CD, infrastructure as a code, um, a little bit of front end, a lot of back end, like microservices and things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like my background on that part.
Okay. So what is your tech stack, like the programming languages and the frameworks you work in?
Okay, yeah. So for the client, for the web application, it's mostly like React or Next.js. Um, I use like everyday TypeScript.
Mm-hmm.
The cloud that we usually use is Google Cloud. I know Terraform. I know what else. We use GitHub Actions. What else? Yeah, that's kind of like we use Docker like all the time for our services. Yeah, that's I think that's it. Well, I also know Python, because we also have
Mm-hmm.
some services that are on Python. But yeah, that's like mostly it.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, all of this actually are very demanded services. Like if we translate the skills into services, JavaScript, TypeScript, the frameworks of JavaScript, Python, very popular, very demanded on Upwork. And web applications is are really very, very demanded on like all freelance platforms. So you are like in a great service category. And I actually think that this will really work well on Upwork if you decide and go ahead with creating your profile. And today we're also going to talk about one of the profile parts. We'll get back to this later. Hey, Jaime. Hi, friend. How are you doing?
Um,
We cannot hear you. Yeah.
other-
How are things going? I saw you. I saw you're like starting contracts there again and again, which is very exciting.
okay. Can you
Yeah.
still hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, we
yeah.
can.
Sorry, I missed the last part. You asked me something?
Yeah, I was saying I checked your profile and I see that you have new contracts there. So
Yes.
it looks really exciting. How are things going?
Such a ride. So right now I have 4 projects going on.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my best clients. So the top one, he's almost doubling my salary. So I am in a position where the most rational choice is to leave my job.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have a business trip at the end of the month. I will be giving a talk. So my goal is to fully quit on November 15th. I will let you know how it goes. Then I have another client who is paying me 1.7 times my job. So with those 2 clients
Mm-hmm.
alone, I can be making like 3 times what I am doing in my 9 to 5. Um, yeah, so it's really exciting. A lot of work, a lot of responsibility. They are asking me to solve like really difficult problems, uh, which I am able to, but they require a lot of focus and attention. But yeah, so far it's good, and at the same time, I keep sending proposals. So yes, it's been a really good month.
Yeah, great. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, your like experience on Upwork, your profile, your achievements is really exciting and encouraging for for all of us. So thank you for your continuous work and sharing all these achievements with us.
Mhm. Thanks.
Okay, now, sure. Okay, now let's go to Miguel. Please tell us more about your skills and expertise and your background.
Yes, hi, Lucy. Well, my background is it's development, but
Mm-hmm.
throughout right now is project management, and
Mm-hmm.
I created my profile in Upwork like 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember when, and I revisited like a couple of months ago. Updated my profile and started looking to the offers, and there's there was an offer. I got an interview today, later on today. So it's a project management effort, yes. And I was wondering how, because the person that contacted me is its name, it's Chesa, but it says on the platform that's from Malaysia. And the guy that contacted me through that account is from Canada. So do they tend to like share their logins, or I don't know how
Well,
that.
if it's an agency, they can allow several people in the same message room, and it's just having the access to the account, not just sharing logins. No, if you
Okay.
are an individual, you cannot share your login and password. Although many people are actually agencies, they have profiles and they have actually people working under this profiles, but it's not a safe thing to do, like sharing the same account with multiple people, multiple computers, because the account can be suspended because of these actions. So the safe way is go with an agency account. So if it's an agency, multiple people can be allowed in one message room, in one chat room. Okay.
Oh, okay. Got
All
it.
right. So, as you started like checking your profile again after all of these years, I suggest at the end of our call we review your profile, if you don't mind, to see how it's going, what kind
Sure.
of improvements are needed. Yes. Okay. So, we'll just go with the presentation I prepared for you, and then at the end of the call, we'll check the profiles, as many as you want, guys. Just make sure to send your profile links in the chat here so we can check all of them. So I know how many profiles are we going to review. Okay. Hi, Edison. Hi, Brian. Okay. And hi, Samuel. Okay, I suggest we start with the topic already. I'll start sharing my screen. And today we're going to speak about the project catalog. For some of you, this is going to be something new, a new feature on Upwork. If you don't have one, it's not like it's urgent thing to do, creating one. But we're discussing all of the profile parts, all of the features that Upwork can suggest, and they really encourage you complete the profile 100%. So whenever there is a feature that Upwork offers, it is very recommended to have it. So I'll start sharing and I'll show what am I talking about. So this is the project catalog part. I wanted to show my project catalog. So it's below the skill tags part. Here we have the work history, and then the skill tags, and then the project catalog. This is how it looks like. If you are familiar with Fiverr gigs, they are quite similar to Fiverr gigs, except for they do not work like Fiverr gigs do, because the project catalog is not that much popular on Upwork. On Upwork, what is popular is the client comes and posts a job, and freelancers apply to the jobs they like. They find the 100% match to their skills. So that is why I do not see many of project catalog items purchased directly. But there is one but. If they're not purchased directly, that doesn't mean you don't need to have one. Why? Now let's talk about the purpose and the benefits of the project catalog. So these are ready services, ready packaged services with usually 3 tiers that demonstrate a specific service that you can offer repeatedly. So you have a clear process of this service. You can do it repeatedly, and you have their specific scope, a specific timeline, and a specific price for every package. Why is this very important? Because you have there in your profile an hourly rate, correct? You are showing there an hourly rate only as a profile rate, right? You don't have a list of fixed price offers on your profile. So the project catalog shows what kind of specific projects you can deliver with specific deliverables, specific scope, timeline, and price. And many people on Upwork, many clients, they prefer fixed prices. So they want to know how much will it cost for them a specific project, a specific deliverables to have. And in this case, project catalog is very useful, and it helps your clients see exactly what you can deliver, exact scope, exact timeline, and pricing. So let's open one of the project catalog items that I have, so you see what it actually looks like. Oh, hold on. I'll share the entire screen. Okay. So this is one of my project catalog items. And I want to start with the beginning and to see what actually is not shown on your profile, but it is shown on your project catalog item. It is your rating, your star rating. So all of the freelancers have this job success score, the score in percentages. But this is the star rating that is shown only on your project catalog item. Okay. So this is a typical project catalog item. It has an image, a geek image, which is descriptive about the service. And then I put there some examples of my work, some profile title and description, and then the results I could get with organically, because I'm really concentrated on organic results. Okay, here to the right, you see the service tiers. So here we have a starter, a standard, and advanced, and we have some small descriptions about every package. Okay, here is the description, and the delivery time, and the number of revisions. It says, sorry, you cannot purchase the project because this is my own project catalog. Okay. So if we scroll down, we have here the project details, and I'm here explaining the process, what I offer, the deliverables, why they should work with me, and a call to action, what they need to do to initiate a conversation with me. Okay, here we have the tires again. It shows your portfolio, the one you added on your Upwork profile. And what I like is that it has frequently asked questions. So sometimes freelancers use their profile description part to put there some frequently asked questions. But because questions are usually quite specific, they do not really fit well in profile description. But because it is more like showing a big picture of the services people can get with you. But the project catalog part can incorporate very important question for specific services. So the questions need to be like very specifically describing this service, this gig you want to provide. Okay, and then it shows the overall the reviews you have on your profile, and it shows the specific project, the reviews you have for this specific project. I do not see that people sell too much of this project catalog items. I need to be honest about this, but I think the problem is that the style, the approach of an Upwork client is to initiate a contact with you through messaging, through direct messages. Even if they see your project catalog and they like it, they're not gonna, it is not very likely that they're gonna purchase it directly from your catalog. That is my experience, and I used to ask many freelancers I work with, and they say the same. They either cannot sell it, or the client messages them to discuss the details of the catalog, or they ask for a custom offer with them. Okay, but again, if it's not purchased directly, it doesn't mean you cannot use this feature for your good. So let's discuss the project catalog parts one by one, and along the way you'll see why it is very important to have. Okay. So if you guys were present on our other coaching sessions talking about the profile optimization, you can remember about the optimization principles. If you were not present, you are welcome to check the YouTube channel of Six Figure Engineers, and you will see all the videos there posted. So the principles of optimization are quite similar to the overall profile optimization. So with project title, you need to be very clear. You need to define a clear, outcome-focused service. So you need to avoid something like general. For example, I'm going to be your full stack developer. That is something that your profile description need to talk about, but your project catalog need to talk about a really specific, clear, and outcome-focused service. And remember that clients buy solutions, not the skills. So you need to frame your project as specific and with specific deliverables as possible. This is something you can confidently repeat. So you have like ready process for a specific service, which you can repeat every time. So these are examples for tech professionals. For example, you'll get custom API integration with MakeCom or Zapier. So it is very specific with the service. With the deliverable, they are getting an API integration, which is custom. And the tools used are MakeCom or Zapier. Okay. A database optimization and query speed audit. Automated lead flow setup for HubSpot plus Pipedrive. So all of these are examples of very specific services. They are specific about the deliverable, the outcome, and the tools used or the text used, if we're talking about the technical projects. So what you need to avoid is this vague offers, you will get web development services, or I will be your web developer. And there is one pro tip I want to recommend you. Choose something you can complete in a fixed scope. There are projects that require like ongoing support, for example, something that is you are not confident to put in a specific scope. Do not go with it when we're talking about the project catalog. Think about service that you can complete in a fixed scope. And it's actually recommended for you to have the scope in your mind for different specific services. You can use the same skills, the same expertise, but have different scopes and different ready processes for specific services that have specific outcomes. And I would say clients trust clear boundaries in technical projects, because many clients are, they're not that tech savvy, or they are not technical professionals, so they want to have this, clear boundaries, understanding of what is the project, what is the outcome, what are the deliverables. Okay,
Mm.
I want to pause here, guys. Yes, who is there?
Yes, me. Uh,
Yes, my.
I I actually have one suggestion related to that. There is
Uh-huh. Yes,
a book that I am trying to read. Can I share my screen?
of course you can. Hold on a sec.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah. Um, okay, I'm clicking that button, but I don't see.
Hold
Or
on.
am I
Yeah,
already
yeah, yeah.
sharing?
Now you should be
Oh,
able.
okay. Yes. Okay. Where's my screen? Here. Yes, that is the one. But ignore that. That is client work. So there are some. Well, as I get or try to apply to jobs on Upwork, there are some patterns that start to emerge. For example, here they are talking
Mhm.
about web and mobile app security. But also, if I go to my notifications, um, hopefully this will be clear. Let me just go back a few, yeah, it's some of them. So if I look for testing, here, for example, there is security testing, and it is here again and again. Um, so there are some ideas about, and this is something that I need to implement. Actually, I also have a book here that I am trying to read about web security. Um, but yeah, so my point is that um, there are some patterns that um, serve as a signal to detect like a market demand for some kind of services that can be shown in the service. No, it is not service catalog. It is the project catalog.
The job post.
Yes. So something again. I'm in the process of doing this, but just to get all of those postings in a file to
Mm-hmm.
verify the scope, the price, and the exact wordings and tags that they need, so I can make this offer more attractive. Um, but yeah, that is what I wanted to share.
Thank you, Jaime. So Jaime brought up very important things. We always, when we're talking about the optimization, we need to look at the market. We need to see what kind of job posts are there on the platform, and we always need to check like lots of jobs, preferably at least 20 to 30 jobs, so that we could see the pattern that Jaime was talking about. Okay, so when you're looking at many jobs, you see the demand. What is the demand there for specific services? What are the most demanded ones? What is the client requirements about them? What are their expectations? What is their like dream outcome? What is the desired results? What kind of budget they imagine for this kind of jobs? Okay, and also what are your competitors' bids and offers for certain projects? So gathering all of this information, you decide on which kind of gigs are demanded and you want to show them on your profile, which was a great thing to add. Thank you, Jaime. So to sum up, always go look into the market, and Upwork is great because there are job posts that you can have a look at. Like for example, on Fiverr, you put there your gigs and the client contacts you. You will never really know what is the demand unless you start getting the messages. But on Upwork, you find the jobs, you apply for the jobs. So when you are creating your profile, your catalog, you already have lots of data there. You just need to check. Okay, I want to say hi to Eduardo, Alberto, and Carlos. Hey guys. Okay, Eduardo, how is it going with your contract? Was it resolved with this, with the bonus or something? I think we cannot hear you.
No, I cannot hear you either.
No? Okay, I think he's having problem with settings. All right, we'll get back to you later. It's okay. All right, guys, let's continue. Okay, now let's talk about the portfolio title. So I suggest a formula, the project title. So I suggest the following formula: deliverable or outcome, plus for platform or system, plus with some tech keyword. For example, custom API integration for SaaS platforms with Python and fast API. So see how clear and specific it is. So when a client who has a SaaS platform and is looking for custom API integration, and someone who knows Python, they will see this project catalog and they will have the feeling, wow, this guy is doing exactly what I'm looking for. And in this tough competition, when there are like so many people offering the same services as you are already different because you are the obvious choice, not just another guy, just someone else who is providing the same services. Another example, full CRM automation using Maycom and Pipedrive. Okay, very, very specific. And keyword rich. And keywords we're getting from where? We're getting from market research, the job posts on Upwork. If you see the pattern of for example, the job titles have the pattern of using the words SaaS platforms. And you start noticing that this is a very demanded niche and there is a room to specialize. In other words, there are many projects you can apply for. Then you need to consider this as, let's say, a topic, a niche for your project catalog. So no guesswork, just see where the demand is. Now let's talk about the packages, the 3 tiers you saw there. So we have the starter, standard, and premium. And I recommend you put down the packages so that they like scale in a logical way, okay? And the starter package always has the role of grabbing attention. So it needs to be very interesting price so that you motivate them to open the project catalog and check what's in there.
I want to
Someone
share
wants to add a
something.
comment? Sure.
Yes, sorry. Let
Yes.
me share again my screen.
Okay, I'll stop sharing.
Yes, it is somehow related. Okay.
Okay.
Sharing. Yeah. Okay. So this is my diagram. So hopefully should be somewhere here. No. Okay. Yes. So I have this client. Which one is it? Where did he go? It is from Australia. Here. Yes. Sorry. So this David Klein, it's my top 4. So this is my 3rd contract with him. Initially, he wanted something he actually wanted hourly, but I sold him a fixed price for 200 dollars. Then the second one was a similar one. And several weeks later, he reached out to me because he needed some migration. His business is expanding, so he needs some more complex solution on AWS. And we had a really long conversation about his requirements. And during those conversations, I told him that what he wanted was somewhere between this range. Um, so the response that I got from him is that it was more than he expected. So I thought the budget was a problem, and instead of pushing back, I thought about how could I partially solve his problem, and I like created a ladder of like 0 to 9 different solutions or packages, each one more complicated and with different limitations and capabilities. So in the end, I offered him something like a 400 tier one, uh, then uh, yeah, two, sorry, and uh, yeah, three. So I could have charged more, but yeah, this is what I did. um, so my surprise is that he ended up choosing the most expensive one, despite complaining about the budget.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, now that the sale is closed, and while I am reflecting on this, I am thinking that I should have added the even most expensive option, and see how he responds. So yeah, that is what I wanted to share.
Thank you, Jaime. Actually, guys, this is a very common case. Yeah. So it happened to me like lots of time. I think 90% of the time I sold the premium package, the most expensive one, even with the people, with the clients that show that they're budget sensitive. So seeing the value, seeing what is included in the packages, and seeing that with the premium package, they pay even less with every point included, they decided that this is more effective, and they went with the most pricey package. But again, it's your job to show the value they are getting with each package. So I suggest several things. Of course, it's up to you to decide what kind of pricing strategy you will go with. But I suggest several things about the packages. So when it comes to starter package, always remember that this is the price they see first. And this is the only price they see without opening the project catalog. So you really need to grab their attention and to make them curious to open and check what is included. So you need to go with as low as possible price for the starter package to motivate them to just open them. So if possible, if needed, shrink the service as much as you can. So include as little as possible, so that you put there very like small price, as small as possible. Because the main role in any freelance platform which shows this kind of package geeks, the role of the starting price is always motivating the buyer to click and check what is included there. And then when we're speaking about the standard package, it needs to be the obvious choice in terms of value for money. So it needs to solve the most important needs of your target client, but still the price will need to sound like quite reasonable compared to the premium package. I don't want to say like affordable, but I want to say like reasonable. And actually other freelance platforms who like demonstrate these service gigs and are different from Upwork, like Fiverr, they have this terminology, value for money. So your client is actually, I think this is a psychology, that your client is comparing always what is the value for this money. And the standard package will need to sound like this is very, very reasonable. This solves the most important needs of mine. Maybe there are some parts that are not solved, but the client can find like solutions themselves with a little help. So I tried these solutions when a client was saying like they're too budget sensitive. I made the standard package to solve the most important parts, and then they could like relying on the results, on the deliverables they are getting from standard package, they were able to do the other parts that were included in the premium package. So as a whole, I was solving their problem, the whole problem they were having when they reached out to me. But this is again about your like flexibility on how to like negotiate and explain the value you are bringing to the table, so that the client, once they reach out to you, they will not leave you. And flexibility is very, very, very important on freelance platforms. You cannot go like any agency on Google. You need to be like very flexibility, and this is not about giving up on your prices. No, it's about finding a solution for the client if you feel like this is an ideal client and if you want to work with them. Because the credibility and the portfolio you can build with a client, with an ideal client, actually is much more than the money you can get with one single contract, because you're building your profile, you are building authority on the platform, you are having reviews to speak about you and your expertise. So especially when you're just building your profile, it's very important to just bring the ideal clients. Okay, now about the description. So what I see with technical professionals when checking their project catalog, and I've done this a lot when doing competitor research for my tech clients, they put there only this tech stuff, the tools they use, or only the outcome. So the description needs to be technical, but also persuasive. And the structure we talked about when we were speaking about the profile description, you can apply on project
I
catalog
think we
as well.
lost her.
So again, it's very important to
Mhm.
speak about client problem.
Sorry, my
Yes,
connection is bad. My
sure,
bad.
sure.
I thought he was.
Lucy, you're breaking. I don't know if just me or anybody else.
Well,
Yes.
I actually listened to everything she said, so it might be your connection, but I don't know. Maria Jose saying yes. Maria Jose, did you hear Lucine breaking up or not?
No, 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 no. I hear her well.
Yeah, me too. So might
Just
be
me.
your connection, Jaime. Another.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
Okay, okay, great.
Mine as well.
It's okay, guys. You can interrupt me and ask what part you missed. So I guess you missed the part with description, okay? We'll start from zero. It's okay. Can you hear me well now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start from the beginning. So I was saying that when I was checking like project catalog of many tech professionals when doing competitor research for my technical clients, I saw there that they're putting their only the tech stuff, and not persuading the client. Okay, so if you want your description to be persuasive, again, talk about the client's problem. And we were saying this when we were talking about the profile description, right? So it always needs to start with client problem. You need to show that you are solving a painful problem. So always address their problem. For example, are your internal tools not talking to each other properly? Or is your app struggling with slow API responses? These are common client pain points. And if you're addressing them, your client is already interested. Let me see what this guy offers as a solution to this problem. Again, how do you know this client pain points? The market research, which is the job search, at least 20 to 30 job posts, and you will have the clear picture of the frustrations your clients are facing. The second part is the solution, your approach, what kind of solution you give to your client's problem. And you need to bring very specific deliverables. What is your client is going to get when purchasing this gig? Why you should work with me section, again, to show the authority, to bring, I don't know, several facts about yourself, about the already completed project, your accomplishments as a whole, not only on the platform. And then again, a clear call to action, a simple, a professional one. It's rather be like short, very direct. For example, message me to discuss your project in detail, or book a call with me, for example. Drop me a message to get a complimentary call when we will discuss your project details and your goals. Or click continue to choose your package. I'd rather suggest the call to action about being like messaging, dropping a message, and not just motivating them to purchase the project before talking to you, because there are some risks in it. After all, okay, maybe you've put there enough details for the client to understand what is the project about, but still maybe there are some questions. And when it comes to tech projects, and these are usually not small projects, so there is a budget, there is a serious investment. I always recommend to motivate the client to speak to you before they purchase a project. Okay.
I'm
And then
sorry,
again, yes, please.
I didn't get that last part, Lucien. You recommend what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they have the option in project catalog to continue and purchase a project without contacting you, without talking to you. They press the button and they purchase, and they place an order
Uh-huh.
without having you approved. Okay? So
Okay.
what I was saying this is that I recommend, with your call to action, with this sentence, you motivate the client, you ask the client, contact you, speak to you before placing an order. Was that clear, Anthony?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, now about the visuals. So they need to, like, your gig image, your project image, again, needs to give your buyer clarity. So like bringing several points of your service, very specific details of what you're going to deliver, not too much text. That this 20% text is okay on the image, just to give your client some clarity of what kind of service, what kind of project we're talking about. When we speak about technical projects, showing some diagrams, flow chart, for example, when it comes to CRM, API, database, screenshot of code snippets. You guys be more creative on this, on what kind of things you can show without disclosing some sensitive information. Be very careful with it, but show some screenshots, show some results, whatever you can, without hurting your client and disclosing information about them. And avoid stock coding photos, and concentrate on process and output when it comes to technical visuals. Okay. Yeah. So again, we need to speak about the metadata, the optimization. And by saying the metadata, we need tags. The project catalog has their 5 tags. I'll show you in a second. So it has this limitation of 5 tags. So you need to make sure you are selecting the most relevant ones, and you know these are the most relevant ones. How? When seeing this pattern on the job post on Upwork and seeing this most selected 5 skill tags that your clients included in their job post. But again, extract the data from the market and make sure to select 5 most relevant tags about your project. And then FAQ part, be very specific, give their practical questions. Along the way, when you start working, when you get messages, you will start knowing much better what are the frequently asked questions. But even though you didn't get any message, you don't have a conversation with the client, you can take these questions from the job posts, because usually job posts come with their problems, asking about some projects, some examples you can provide. So you can again extract the questions from the job post available on the platform. And then you can monitor and iterate. You can see the views that your projects are getting, and check your dashboard of your project. If impressions are low, you can adjust the title or tags. Always play with the optimization part. Always try different keywords to see how they are performing. And always make sure to sync your Upwork profile headline, the skills, with your project catalog keywords. You need to make sure they are like 100% aligned, especially when you have a clear, for example, niche focus or tag focus. So you have a specific direction. You need to make sure when your client is quickly doing the scan of your profile, they see the same things, your main keyword, your main target keywords in different profile parts. For example, if your niche focus is, let's say, in Jaime's case, so he's a cloud engineer and he focuses on healthcare niche. So his profile headline need to say healthcare. His portfolio items need to include cases in healthcare. He needs to have a project catalog for healthcare niche. Okay, if these parts are aligned and they work well together, they speak to each other well, your client has clarity with doing the quick scan. Because right now the competition is like super tough in any service category. You need to give your client the specifics, the clarity, as quick as possible. They do not have time to read, to dive deep in your profile. So you need to make sure you help them to do this quick scan and understand what is your offer and what value you bring to the table. That's it, guys. This was all for today. You are welcome to ask questions about project catalog or any question related Upwork, even if it's not related to today's topic. And we'll move to reviewing the profiles.
So I just saw that there's a section called portfolio. Uh, in in regards to your experience, so is it if you have like certain projects that you've developed over time, uh, is it so if you put it on projects, that means that they can purchase it, the clients can purchase those projects?
Yeah, this is a great question.
So
So,
okay.
yes, please.
When do we use one or the other?
Okay, so you use portfolio part to show the cases of your completed projects, about the project you've completed in the past. Okay, so this is just showing your client what kind of project you already completed, what kind of outcomes you have, what was the industry of the client, the niche, etc. So you're just giving information, you are building credibility with your portfolio. And then, so this is just giving information. And your project catalog is a package service they can purchase. They can pay and purchase. Okay, so if you have cases, past completed work that you can repeatedly do, you can package, you can put this in a package, in a clear scope, timeline, and pricing. You need to go with like creating a project catalog for this case. And of course, it's great if you have a portfolio item there describing a similar project completed in the past. Was this your question, Miguel?
Yes. Yes. Do you have like a certain guide to see what how should we showcase portfolio item?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The question was how you create a portfolio item.
Yeah, portfolio. Yeah, what should we include? Like visuals, text wise, and all the benefits. I don't know which sections to include in the
Yeah,
portfolio.
yeah.
Do you,
During our last session, yeah, we were discussing the portfolio. So I have a specific post there, which I'm gonna send you as a link. Please make sure to follow me, and I'll send you a message including the link there with the session video and the summary there. Okay, so lots of details,
okay.
lots of talk about this. So to save us time, you better check all the details there. And I
Okay.
suggest we review your profile. Please send your profile link in the messages so we can
I
check it
already
together.
sent them.
Oh yes, let me check that. Okay, I see. Okay, Eduardo is asking if I can share this Google Doc in the chat. I'm gonna make a post session summary, including all the details there. Okay, guys, so please, and by the way, guys, make sure to follow me so you see the session summaries posted by me. And I'm sorry.
Eduardo is ahead of the curve.
Yes, and always when you are posting there a question regarding Upwork, always make sure to select the category Upwork so I can see the post as soon as possible. Okay, it is still opening.
So Miguel, maybe on your end will load it quicker. Maybe can you check if you can open your profile and just maybe share your screen?
Yeah, yes, I can share. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on. I need to stop sharing. Okay.
You should be able to share now your screen.
Okay, sure. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes, we do.
Should I make it bigger or is it fine?
I think you could make it a little bigger.
Is that okay?
Yes. Okay. Full screen. Okay. All right. So you have space for your title, right? You have 70 characters there. And senior software consultant, it sounds great to me, but it's kind of not specific what kind of consultations I can get, what can be it about. So you can say that
Okay.
this is like general and you can cover more like many topics, which is great. But if you could give some more specifics with your title so I could quickly understand what kind of consultation I can get, what topics can you cover as a consultant, that would be much better in terms of clarity.
Okay. Well, my entire experience has been with ERPs and a lot of back office line of
Mhm.
business applications. So it's finance, AP, HR,
Mhm.
payroll, purchasing, AR, uh, trade software, compliance,
Mhm.
quality management, and how could I cover all that in a title?
Yeah, I know that's a lot. Here are the steps I suggest. So try doing the market research, see what are the most demanded niches, the most demanded services, the most demanded industries. And you also have the ability to create 2 specialized profiles. So overall, you can have 3 profiles, right? 2 specialized and 1 general profile, and you can cover different services, niches, industries with 3 different profiles. Okay, so you do not need to cover everything with 1 profile, and you do not need to make a choice working with one industry, not working with another industry. Okay, but you need to really concentrate on where you're like the most your strength and the market demand overlap. Okay,
Where
so
can
give me
I where can I take a look at the market demand within
Mhm.
Upwork, or you mean
Yeah,
elsewhere?
absolutely Upwork, because you need to know
Uh,
what is Upwork client looking for. Yeah, you go to
where
find work
where?
section. Yeah, in the menu bar you see there find work to the left there. Find
Okay.
job, find work.
Okay. Find work. Just
Yeah. Find work.
uh, so just browse into the entire database.
Yeah, type different search keywords and see what kind of results are there. When you are just starting, you need to try different queries. But
Okay.
along the way, when you're checking lots of jobs, you start to extract the main keywords, the main demanded services, skills, and etc. Okay, you try. I recommend you try the advanced search and try title
Okay.
search. So the services, oh, sorry, the jobs are more relevant, because when you go with the broad search, it brings up
Okay.
lots of
Advanced.
different
Okay.
results. Yeah, so I suggest you start with
Advanced title
title
search.
search.
Just
Yeah, and then you can try different searches
yeah.
along the way. But as you were starting, it is recommended to start with title search, trying different queries, finding different projects, checking the requirements, and you need to have the feeling like this job is was posted for me. This is 100%
Okay.
match. to the services I want to sell on Upwork. And lots of
Got it.
clarity will come along the way during this process. And let us know if you need help. We have an advanced keyword research template, a Google Sheet template. I'll send this to you as well. We have a post there in the community for the keyword research. So I'll share
Okay.
it with you as well. Okay, let's go back to the
Thank you.
profile. Sure.
Sorry. What? Okay, going back.
Okay. All right. So we have posts for profile description and the portfolio. So I'll send all these templates, the structures I recommend, and you can polish your profile using these structures. Even if you are using AI, that's totally fine. You can just give the templates, the structures, and ask for example, ChatGPT do the job for you. I suggest you check the posts, do the improvement on your profile, and then let me know to check your profile again. But for now, please click on the portfolio, the mobile warehouse management system. Okay, so this looks quite good. Can you go up? Okay, so it is the deliverable is clear to me. What else you can add into the portfolio title is the tech, the stack used, any tool used will bring more clarity to the project. The role is okay.
You mean within the description?
I mean the title.
Oh, okay. The tech stack within the title. Okay.
Yes. We have formulas there for portfolio titles, so you'll check
Okay.
this. The description should be, again, the problem, the solution, the results, the outcome. So you need to make sure you have a clear structure there. Again, easy to scan, understand what was the project about. And then you have, again, 5 skill tags, a limitation of 5 skill tags, and you need to make sure to utilize this part wholly. Okay, so you have there like 2 skill tags missing. Just remember whatever space there is in any profile part that you can fill out, whether it's optional or not, you need to make sure you fill out 100%. Make it 100% complete. Okay. So other than that, the portfolio item looks great, and there is still lots of job to do with profile title, the description. Just concentrate the title and the description at this time. Make sure it is complete. Start working on testimonials. When going down, you can see their testimonials part, which you can request just providing a LinkedIn profile. Not there on your profile. If you
Okay.
Yes. So you can provide only a LinkedIn profile and an email address, and you can send a request to anyone. No one is going to check this very thoroughly. So you can, yes, there, request a testimonial. You can start with testimonials, add there any certifications you have, and you can add 2 manual certifications, so that they do not have to be verified to add them.
Okay, so whenever I ask for a testimonial, they receive a link and they can write they write the testimonial themselves, right?
Yes, they receive an
An email.
Yes, saying that
Okay.
Miguel is requesting a testimonial from you, and if you could give them guidance on what kind of details they need to write in the testimonial, is the best thing to do. Ask them, if you can, ask them to speak about your hard skills and also your soft skills, not only the technical stuff. What kind of problems you solved, what kind of challenges you brought solution for, okay? As much specifics as possible, and ask them to include keywords, the main keywords you are targeting, okay? So start with the job search, understand the market, understand the demand, try to think about a focus, a clear focus, and a niche focus, or a service focus, and you can have several. For example, three niche focuses. Okay. Once you have this in your mind, you can direct someone who is giving you a testimonial.
Okay.
Okay.
Very
so,
good.
Yeah. Okay. Start working on it. Make a
Yes.
post. Yes, make a post and
I,
let us know to review the profile and give a personalized feedback. Okay.
yes. Well, actually, I just started this week, so I haven't got into the Upwork module yet.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Yes, just go with your pace. No rush, of course. But make sure to join the our sessions, because even if we are talking about like another feature you're not working on right now, you'll get lots of knowledge about the platform.
Sure.
Okay, guys. Any questions?
I just added the school post you did last time with the keyword research, so just so you guys know.
Okay. Yeah, so the last session summary is there in the chat. You can check right now, but I'll send out everything I promised. So if there are no other questions, you have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in a week. Bye.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Levine.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye.